that that's the case, because it means they really screwed up the draft. But let's get on to the Rift, because we do have Team Secret taking on SGB, and we will put our doubts about draft to the side for now and simply assess what actually happens.
I'm gonna have to see it play out probably fairly calm. It's gonna be a little bit interesting for the side of Buffalo, because they are gonna have pretty good priority in a couple of these lanes, I would imagine, early on. But their jungler isn't really gonna be able to help them do much with it. BJ is going to have to work really hard to track Penguin and make sure basically that Penguin can't get a good gank off, because his early pressure is so much more than what a Nocturne can provide. Nocturne, of course, really wanting to just try and power farm as best he can to 6. And so, especially looking towards the bot side, it's not going to be too much early on unless there's some funky pathing, because both junglers starting bot side just going to sort of wrap around and try and clear towards top. But there should be early pressure for the side of SGB that Aphelios should be doing more than the Zeri early on. You can see how comfortable he will be with that Cullen lane, and yeah, he's just gonna chill out, try and hold the lane, try and play it safely while keeping the pressure down, so Penguin can't really invade and try and challenge BJ at all, but at the same time has to play it safe so Penguin can't try and bounce back and get a lane ahead.
The thing is, though, is I'm not sure if they need to contest the Nocturne level 6. Like, obviously, if you can, it's good to, but Wukong, he's no slouch at level 6 either. I would almost argue that around a Rift Herald, Wukong ult is better than Knock ult.
Oh, I'm not necessarily saying contest a level 6, but like early invades, try and fight early is. It's always a good way to get an advantage and make sure you get that edge for that sort of Rift Herald fight regardless. But it is full clears just on both sides, and this should, in theory, favor the Nocturne. He should be a little bit faster than Wukong, and I mean, being able to clear those 2 final camps, Wukong has to try and get to the Grugs late. He will be slightly ahead, but it's not really gonna make too much of a difference as long as his mid lane can try and get some control. But Swain has the shove right now.
Yeah, that's gonna even have Froggy actually burns his flash. BJ already on the crab, though, so should be able to pick that one up. Do they want to go for a double crab? Might be the only way they actually get an advantage, but Artifact getting that early flash out of Froggy, very, very strong stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, there was opportunity to deny the crab, but it would involve passing it off to one of your laners. So instead, Wukong's just going to realize that, yeah, he's behind the play. They went for full clears. He's just never going to be there on time. So it's just going to take that L, but it's not the biggest thing as it has been in the past. Scuttle crabs, certainly an advantage for BJ, but it's not the end of the world for the Wukong. As long as he can try and make something happen, but there's a decent bit of coverage in there. Ward in that river, Scuttle crab has vision as well, so any attempt from Wukong onto the spot line would be quite difficult.
Ooh, they're pinging Taki. They know where he is. He's stepping very deep, but no catch, so he'll wander away. But still, out on the map is Juha, spotted on that Scuttle Crab. Of course, Shogun went back, so nothing really going on. And we crest to the 4.5 minute mark with almost no champion damage being dealt, Barbie. This is a bit of a rarity.
Yeah, there's not a lot going on, and you can sort of see Penguin trying to poke his head in and try and look for an opportunity, but they're not really presenting themselves. He's found a place where his lanes actually have the shove, so he can't really make a dive onto anyone, can't really pressure anyone that's overextending. Froggy's playing right back now that he's lost his flash, and yeah, BJ's just happily farming up, and that's good news for the Nocturne, because he just wants to do that. He's happy with a quiet early game. We'll go a little less so.
Yeah, that's fair. We do see actually an Ignite was burned in the top lane a little bit ago. I think Hero just found a trade onto Husmed, forced his teleport back to lane. Nothing to really write home about as Taki shows his face in the mid lane. As Shogun's actually gone for another back. Got a pickaxe. Really, this is incredibly quiet. So, It's all good in the hood for now. I guess we are just waiting for that Rift Herald.
Yeah, Rift Herald or perhaps some kind of level 6. A little bit of a push coming in from BJ. He should have support from Hasmed. So they want to try and, I guess, do something while they have an opportunity, but they should know
Hasmed level 6, Hero is level 5. They should. They're pinging him. They definitely know he's there. Hasmed, probably just trying to fake maybe that they don't know that he doesn't have a jungler. Something like that. But Hasmed, you need to be really careful. Pops the grand challenge, but now Penguin on the way in won't actually catch him, so it's just a trade of ults. Hasmed also using his Ghost. I'm really not sure what the idea was there, but into the mid lane we go, as Paranoia has come out, but Artifact, you are just so clean, as he immediately disengages.
Yeah, only having to use the Ghost, so still has the flash for a later date, and yeah, just interesting. I feel like, I mean, you were already on top of him with the with Froggy. You could have held that Paranoia dash a little bit longer, but pops it early.
Shielded the knock. Like, I feel like there were options, but really didn't go for any of them.
I'm gonna give him a little bit of benefit and say that he had the spell shield on, so he didn't get like stunned up on a mine.
That's probably true.
But that, in the end, yeah, it's just a nice, easy getaway from the side of Artifact. He feels happy about that. Hasmed, much the same, only really having to blow the Ghost, but it's just a little bit of pressure traded, a little bit, couple of summoners, and that should really overall favor SGB on the basis that Hasmed probably won't be in if it plays it outright. He shouldn't really be having the biggest impact on the Herald fight anyway, or if he is, he's going to be there on top instead of Hero because of wave control, that sort of thing. So it should work out a little bit better for their side than it is going to be losing that mid lane summoner instead.
Yeah, I mean, the issue, of course, is that Paranoia is still quite a ways away from coming back up, but it looks like Team Secret not super interested in the Rift Herald, as they do have their jungler on the other side of the map at the moment. SGB not seizing on it either, so this might be a deprioritized objective here. We may end up just with a Herald Dragon trade. There's BJ having a drift, but Hero sniffs this out.
Yeah,
Hero's gone.
He kind of just passed like ships in the night. Now they're going to find
this is really bad. BJ's in a lot of trouble. Penguin's coming. Artifact's here as well. Puts up the Weaver's Wall. Knocks them both in. This should just be the death chamber for BJ. Hasmed's able to get out, but Team Secret, perfect movement.
Yeah, just absolutely just capitalized on a bit of a, not even necessarily a huge mistake by BJ, just a bit of good timing on the side of Hero to get that wraparound and sort of sniffed it out. I guess maybe he walked over that ward behind that Rift Herald pit. I'm not sure where that landed or when, if he managed to cross it at some point, but here we just see, yeah, he walks around, walks past. That ward might have spotted him on the back, because you can see the pings coming out now. Yeah. So they know BJ's there, they come for the collapse, and they just jump on top of him.
Yeah, I mean, it really feels like everything going Team Secret's way at the moment, but we actually have a fight around this Rift Herald, it seems. Looks like SGB have muscled their way in and stopped Team Secret from taking it. They didn't pick up a kill. I think they just forced Penguin to run away. So in the end, the objective will actually go over to SGB. And all things said, they kind of come out ahead.
Yeah, I feel... Yeah, you definitely just walked away reasonably happy with that. Suhao... Oh, okay!
I am shocked at what Shogun has done. I will break this down in the replay, but I think Shogun just made really horrible decisions.
Why
did he walk away from the tower when the only threat was the Tahm Kench and the Zeri?
I mean, I think there's definitely enough opportunity for that dive to go
and
through.
Now Taki flashing in, throwing down the depth shot. Paranoia coming in. There is no Devourer, but the tether from the Fear will break when Eddie surfs over the wall, so the Zeri gets away.
Never mind, Zeri can do that.
Yep.
Zeri can cross walls. So yeah, actually, it all just works out fantastic. Shogun just definitely was not expecting that level of aggression to come out from Suhao, as mentioned before, and all in all, that's a free kill, a bit of a walk away. Penguin's gonna try and solo out this dragon, which is questionable in my opinion, because you're not really going to have any backup from your bot lane. I wouldn't imagine.
I think he gets it, though. I think he gets it.
He's going to get it, but it definitely was punishable. If Taki steps up the river a little bit more, he's not going to. But now, Penguin's just going to, I guess, try and keep the wave in a good position for his AD carry, and we're off to a pretty good start for side of Team Secret. Everything's going fairly well for them, just that Rift Herald blunder.
Yeah, they've got this 800 gold lead. It could be even up here. They can try and get some gold onto Shogun, who has completed his culls. So this is a fairly strong Aphelios, considering how slow the early game has been. And now Froggy in trouble, getting cycloned. Artifact joining the fray, takes him down incredibly low, but the rocks don't hit. So Froggy will be able to spread his wings and fly away.
Yep. Okay, just catching off Froggy in the river almost tends to affect, but I guess the main thing is that they're not able to get down and stop the Rift Herald charge at all. So that's a lot of gold going over to the side of Shogun. Just let this play ball. Okay, does not do that. Would have been a little bit of potential gold denied. It's realistically going to be denied anyway because of the timing. But small things. I don't know. Feels like fun. Can we see a top lane?
Oh. Grand Challenge comes out to answer the Ignite. So Hazmed trading up in cooldowns. Not terrible, but needs to be incredibly careful now that the needles are continuing to fly. But Hero doesn't want to take the fight, knows he doesn't win it. Back off.
Yeah, pretty much wins the trade off the back of that final needlework, but still can't really progress from there. That Ghost's still in pocket. It's just going to make this, like any further extended trade, just turn out Hazmed's way. Being able to pick up these Grasp of the Undying procs, being able to pick up these true damage procs as well. It's all just going to be a nice, comfortable lane for Hazmed from here on. Plus, he's built damage compared to just these steel caps, so should just end up winning every extended trade.
He definitely should. It's also worth just checking in on items as you started out. We do have the Imperial Mandate Swain. I actually think that's a good decision in this game. There's plenty of damage coming from the other lanes. Swain does not need to be the carry. Shogun has got his Gale Force before Eddie has completed his Mythic, though I think Eddie will probably finish that up on this back. So no huge advantage in the bot lane. Honestly, this game it's just pretty even across the board.
Yeah, it's so very slow, just slowly plodding along, just waiting for that aggression. But it's kind of mentioned in draft, neither of these teams really want to be the aggressor unless they have an obvious advantage. So it's just going to be small picks like we've seen so far. Good map rotations for those picks, and just slowly trying to piece together small advantages for whenever a big thing happens and someone gets a little bit feisty around an objective.
Yeah, I mean, it is the VCS. Getting feisty around an objective is kind of what we do. As Froggy continuing to farm it up, Artifact finding good trades at every opportunity. He has built himself a very small farm lead. Zhu Hao in the top side. So you know Hero wants to bait and engage here. In comes the Frog, but Hazmed able to surf away. No catch onto the Fiora.
Yeah, you saw the bait with the pretty poor use of the W. I mean, it doesn't really do anything into Fiora outside of some absolutely mind-blowing placement. If you can just like slightly get it on the edge to block a vital proc or something, but realistically, it's not going to do anything for you because true damage and also melee.
Oh, Hero getting dove in on. Vision of Empire will land, but can't chase under the tower. Hazmed still able to gain pressure, but nothing lethal.
Yeah, kind of just saw it right there. Just does not care about the extra resistances. Just isn't going to have anything immune.
Oh no, he's dead.
Oh no.
Hero dashing forward. In comes Penguin, and yeah, he is a ghost, Marby.
Yeah, look, he had Ghost. He needed to pop it about 3 seconds earlier, but...
he needed to read the play a little bit. Hazmed kind of just caught sleeping there.
Yeah, and they've rotated up the bot lane for this Rift Herald, which has given the entire first tower to the side of Zeri, and they're going to probably get this. I feel it's pretty much guaranteed with Flash and Cyclone blown from Penguin.
Yeah,
they're not going to contest it. But yeah, I mean, you've already lost that first brick. Maybe you can use it to get some tower pressure for the Dragon, but Talia's already lurking around there, so it's going to be first position.
I think they're just going to trade it on this top lane tower, but this is a good trade for Team Secret. Team Secret got first brick onto their Zeri. They're going to pick themselves up a Dragon, and it's just traded for shared turret. Oh no, Hero stepping up, but Gwen is immune as Taki going low. The rest of Team Secret have arrived. Good spell shield there from BJ to stop the play, but this denies the Herald being placed. So this is just still all Team Secret all the time.
2K immune. Got a global from your mid laner and a Tahm Kench wandering up to deny any further aggression. Kind of just said it. SGB has a very single target focused composition, and it just cannot come to fruition. It but
Artifact didn't get Ari though. Got to think. Got to keep that in mind. You could have banned the Tahm Kench, but would have gotten Ari.
Yeah. I mean, hey. Also, if you get from Ari, he wouldn't have been there. So,
yeah, I know. Husband, you know, 1v2 has the grand challenge and the team reinforcing. Needs to stay alive, though. His Artifact absolutely destroys him.
Weaves that last rock right through and picks him up. And
Artifact having a quiet banger this game.
Just having absolutely fantastic rock weaving. He's doing a really good job right now.
Artifact, I want to talk about Artifact, because you know, we herald him as the best mid laner in the VCS. I think that's still justified. This replay is not a huge amount to talk about, if we're totally honest. Yeah. But Artifact, when we talk about best mid laners in the VCS in the past, we've met people like Dia1, who just got a solo kill every game. Just every game, hit level 6, killed the enemy mid laner. You talk about these really big flashy players. Artifact this split has not been that. He's been way quieter, but like still MVP levels, but just a supportive guy. You love to see it. You know what you don't love to see though? Shogun having to burn everything to get away from Wukong.
Yeah, just kind of got out of position. His support leaving him out to dry. Finding a hero on the other side so he can't really even walk back into a comfortable position. Just really, it's just Team Secret playing through their vision extremely well, spotting these opportunities where SGB, they can't really find anything. They don't have that strong split pusher in the Fiora right now. It's not quite coming together for them. Their team fights aren't working. Their pick opportunities aren't working. I mean, admittedly, we haven't really had a super big team fight so far. But they haven't really been given the opportunity because Team Secret are playing objectives really well. They're trading really nicely and just making sure that they can find good opportunities on the map and always trade up and come ahead in gold.
This is a very strange game here, or maybe it's just showing why Team Secret is this top team. Despite not playing a very VCS style, they're so restrained. Maybe they're the first team that actually has figured out how to catch the raging bulls of the Buffalo and redirect that energy into a wall.
Yeah, that's why they're a good team. They're not playing the VCS. They're not just throwing their heads out. They're not just running to the brick wall until it falls over.
I'll have you know, SGB is a top 6 team in the world.
It's true.
Yep.
I mean, that is under various conditions.
No.
Various conditions like
they came top 6.
Only one LPL team.
They came top 6 in MSI. Therefore, they're a top 6 team in the world. I will hear no criticisms. The Rift Herald has been dropped in the top lane. Get some gold over onto Froggy, who is, I really don't think that's the target you wanted on, but hey, it's not terrible. Has to use his Demonic Ascension and his Flash as Team Secret is now coming in. They want this. Penguin, Cyclone's in, Paranoia immediately to respond. Taki blown up early. The Tahm Kench coming in clutch. BJ into the backside. Zeri ultimate to answer. Husband diving in with the grand challenge. Can he actually get anything done? He's doing his best. He needs to get that heal, but he can't. As Eddie lands all of the bullets up from that Zeri pop gun. Down goes Froggy as well. Shogun, last man standing in the fight. And it's only BJ who limps away. But Artifact hooks up the wall and says there is no escape. No quarter to be given. As he comes in, throws more and more rocks. Can he catch on to this nightmare? I think he'll definitely try. Can he get this last bit of damage? Minions do him a solid. No, he will get away on the tiniest amount of HP.
But look, BJ is definitely not going for a Baron steal anytime soon. So mission accomplished from the side of Artifact, and it's going to be a little bit of a dicey one in some regards because of the health bars, but they get a Baron, clean 5 members, clean get away, 20 seconds to Dragon as well. They're going to grab that pretty much for free. SGB would be pretty foolish to contest that. And all in all, it just starts off kind of, it could have been even worse if Penguin had gone a little bit later and Froggy didn't have so much time in that ascension. But even so, the battle lines are so split. It's one at a time. Nocturne is just... Well, Nocturne didn't even actually end up going in. It was Hasmed kind of all on his own. And they just killed him down. The rest of the team didn't really want to jump in and back him up. So couldn't get that health field out. If you saw BJ jump in on top of Penguin alongside, maybe you get that big healing field. Maybe you turn that around. But no, didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, this comes down to the fact, like I said it in draft, like this composition from SGB is diabolically bad, and you saw it in that fight. They were split apart, they didn't have synergy with each other. Froggy getting caught early, having to burn his flash, meant his demonic ascension ran out well before the fight was over, which is not what you want from your Swain. Shogun was unable to find any space to auto-attack. He actually had a huge amount of chakrams built up. He was in a really good spot for an Aphelios, but he had 4 guys on top of him, and he can't auto-attack. Team Secret now, as you said, with the Baron with a 6k gold lead, nearly 7. I mean, this one feels like it's already in the books.
Yeah, Weaver's Wall just there to make sure that the objective cannot be touched. Hero may fall.
Yeah, Hero might give up the Deathless game. There it is. Feeder reported as SGB will finally pick themselves up a kill. Artifact gets knocked forward, but Zhuhao able to save him. Froggy in the Ascension burns the stopwatch there for a moment. Zhuhao knocking him up. Lovely coordination from Team Secret as they CC Froggy into oblivion. The Zeri moves in, takes down the Nocturne, and they are just walking through into the base. And this is showing why Team Secret is the top team of the VCS.
Yeah, kind of feeling like the hope, the run from his... Like, it's game 1. Let's not... Alright, let's hold that a little bit, but SGB certainly not living up to the expectations set by their past few games. We've got a rage splitting Fiora right there, trying to get some bounties going. But all in all, 10-1, 3 dragons, 8,000 gold lead, 7.5 more accurately. But Jesus, it's looking insurmountable from SGB unless they find an absolutely fantastic pick. Shogun pops off on this Aphelios. There's a lot of damage to work with, so they can win out a fight, but they need to actually get it going because they blow everything to pick up 1, and then they can't really finish it up when Artifact and Eddie arrive.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a bit of a last chance saloon. They don't get the one shot, they don't get anything going. And now look at Eddie, completely untouched, able to just move on forward as this very, very powerful Zeri. And while the game has not officially ended, there is still one lane of inhibs up. I think we know which way this is going to go. The one good thing for SGB fans, if you're out there, your way, I'm talking directly to you, is that, hey, the draft can't get worse.
You have 2 more games to not screw it up as badly?
Yeah, you've got 2 more games and the draft can't get worse. It can only go up from here.
Yeah, it's just... I'm just a little bit amazed. And it comes back to pretty much the first point in draft I said is, we're going to get this in quickly. Never mind, no I'm not.
Yep, they're coming in. Zhuhao having to flash away. Froggy actually has a chance to get a lot done here, but Eddie has the chance to even more as a huge Wukong ultimate from Penguin, just getting everything done. Firing in those Zeri shots, they go. 2 kills already picked up, 1 for Artifact. Low is Shogun, dead is Shogun. And it's only the Nocturne left alive. Was it worth a first pick, BJ? I don't think it was. As they get cleaned off the map, they call in a teleport to confirm themselves the win. They will see it on the Nexus, and Team Secret add the first notch on the belt here in this 9th series for them.
Yeah, they come in. They come in, absolutely run the map top to bottom. It's absolutely fantastic from Team Secret. Huge, just really huge showing.